Colorado's experiment to entice people into riding public transit began with free fares on RTD today. Perhaps it's the cost of gas lately, but our Steve Staker went through months worth of numbers and found Coloradans are riding trains and buses and scooters more often.
Gas prices sometimes affect that.
From a bird's eye view, it would appear that gas prices are at least partly influencing people's decision on transit. Data from RTD shows boardings on buses and trains were up 41% year over year in March, 39% in April, and 35% in May. 5 million people boarded trains and buses in the month of May, the latest available data from the transit agency. So does RTD believe gas prices influence it?
And the answer is a solid maybe.
Spokeswoman Pauline Haberman says there are a lot of different factors: seasonality, level of service. A lot of people are feeling more comfortable on transit after some COVID isolation.
Sometimes it can be just from, the Rockies games and the summer events.
Then there's that last mile connection. Data shows rides on shareable scooters and bikes were up too.
We looked at the weekend in June where gas prices were highest. I think there's something like $4.92, and compared that weekend to the same weekend last year in 2021. And we saw for shared bikes and scooters a 101% increase in ridership.
Nellie Pearson works with Ride Report, a company that aggregates scooter and bike data for city and regional planners. In the second quarter of this year, ending in June, the city averaged about 16,000 scooter and bike trips per day, up from 9,000 last year. There were some obvious big events.
We had lots more people choosing to take bikes and scooters to see their Stanley Cup champs.
Give yourselves a hand for that.
The city of Denver, the state of Colorado, you guys have been amazing.
And we know that something like transportation change requires such a shift in behavior. It requires doing something totally new and uncomfortable. But we know that when you get out there and you experience firsthand the joy, the freedom, the breeze, just the sense that you're out in your community, the more likely it is to stick.
So you're already seeing the impact from some of that increase in ridership. Lyft and Lime were allowed to put more scooters and bikes on the streets because the city has had so much demand. More scooters and bikes means more reliability, which in turn helps boost ridership there. The question will be is if RTD's reliability is good enough to keep that ridership trending after the month of August is over.
It's like handing out free sample cups of food. People are either going to like it or they're not, but it might open some people's minds to different ways of getting around.
Yeah, Denver's a bit like Costco right now. You just wander around, you're probably going to find something you like and ride through.
Whole dinner if you circle enough times to different aisles. Thank you, Steve.